Greetings and peace. I hope you and yours are doing well today, wherever you might be watching this from. Now, the title of today's video is How I Encountered and Defeated Iblis, who is known as Lucifer in the spiritual dream realm. I saw Iblis, or Iblis is basically the Arabic word for Lucifer, and basically I saw this being in a dream which appeared to me in the form of a man. And the man appeared basically with a European complexion, like a European aristocratic complexion, wearing a all white suit. And we were in this circular type office building, or like a high rise office building that had like a circular room. And that's where I encountered him. In the dream, Lucifer, or like the malevolent aspect of Lucifer, admits defeat to me, that I figured out his game in this world, how things work in this realm. And what we realize is that in this world, nothing happens without the permission of God. So everything is basically knowledge, the gnosis of self, and knowing everything around you. Now, from the Islamic Sufi occult perspective, not viewed by traditional Islam, from the inner chambers of Sufism, it is viewed, even what Mansur al-Hallaj says, that Iblis is known as the Sheikh al-Anbiya, meaning the Grand Master of all of the Sheikhs. So in order for you to get close to Allah, God, you have to go through Iblis, right? Because he spent his whole existence bowing to Allah from all corners of the universe, teaching the angels how to read the Quran and how to just do what he's doing in terms of his existence, and part of the choir, the most beautiful, like all those kind of things. So even when he was told to bow before Adam, that was basically a test, because God, being the all-seeing and all-knowing, would already know that something like this would occur, right? So Iblis has basically been given dominion over this earth. So anyone that tries to go to Allah or get closer to the Creator, Iblis will come in their way to test and try them, that are you worthy of God's gnosis and God's love. It's similar to the Yazidi story, where in the Yazidi story, what we know as the primordial source creator, whether you refer to it as Allah or anything else, has no concern with this world. So he has left Malik Taus, who is the Yazidi equivalent of Iblis or Lucifer, same thing, is basically watching over this realm on the behalf of God, right? So basically this realm or this world, that there is a lesser God that's been placed here, while the true God has no concern, neither do the good forces of this universe or the world, unless you personally ask with your own free will for them to interfere into your affairs. So normally they have no concern with what's going on, because they know at the end good is destined to always win over evil. So that's the circumstance that we're dealing with. But yeah, in terms of him admitting defeat to me, it's not like anything that was malevolent, because Iblis is here testing and trying humanity. So whoever passes this test to tries to get close to God, that's when you get that recognition, right? I'm not anybody special. I'm just another seeker, another human being, just like any of you. But what I realized is that the true initiation is within your heart. If your heart is pure, no matter what religion you're following, as it even says in Holy Quran, Surah 2, verse 62, that even if you're Jew, Muslim, or Christian, as long as you're doing the right thing, there's the aspect of being righteous, and then there's the aspect of the darkness. And even both the left and the right-hand path serve the Creator and the divine expressing itself in many ways, as everything is a representation of the divine. So Iblis, being God's most, the one who worshipped God the most, is dealing with this responsibility and task over humanity, to see that whoever tries to get close, they will have tests and trials they will have to endure. And you can see that in your life. When you start getting your life together, you'll have old friends that'll start popping up, old habits that'll start popping up, things that you tried to get away from will start popping up. So what happens is, if you survive this test and you keep that connection strong with the Creator, you pass Iblis's test and you get that gnosis of God. That's what he's ultimately there for, because nothing happens in this world without the permission of Allah. So even right now, in his current phase, Iblis is still serving the Creator by testing and trying humanity, and make sure those that are found worthy are led into the good graces of the Almighty. So he's standing at the gate. So if you want to have the gnosis of this world, Iblis is standing at the door. You have to go through his trials and tribulations, and then he opens the door for you, and you proceed into the light and go into the gnosis of God. And that's exactly what it is. I mean, I know people who go to church. Some of them are hypocrites. Some that pray 5 times a day or go to the mosque. Some of them are hypocrites, lying, cheating, backstabbing people, backbiting. So God is watching everything. He knows what's in your heart, what's basically in your soul. So if you pass this true initiation, which is the purity of the heart, then you'll be able to have that true gnosis. And when you mention the word Lucifer or Iblis, what happens is most people, they kind of freak out, right? Because they fear and condemn things that they do not understand. And everything's kind of been programmed for you to view certain things a certain way. Meaning, it's just like, Pavlov's dogs. The bell ringing and them salivating. So anything that's been taught to you is always usually the other way around, in terms of this grand scheme of things, reality that we're dealing with. So even Iblis or Lucifer is serving God to this very day by being in this realm and testing and trying humanity and making sure that only those that are found worthy are able to ascend to that next level. Because this life is like a college entrance exam, right? When you go to college and you get the admission, what's the first thing they make you do? Take the entrance exam. And if you fail certain aspects of certain subjects, what do they make you do? You go into the remedial subjects until you get it right. And then you're able to proceed to the next level. Same thing with this human life that you're in. You're not here to just pay bills and die and pay taxes. I mean, you're here for more than that. You're here to learn something. This is a spiritual school. You're here to uplift each other, walk each other home, and learn something from this human existence and do good for yourself and others. Everything else you're going to leave behind in this life. So this is basically Allah's test that he's using Iblis for, by putting him in charge of this realm, us being put through this human existence of war, conflict, hatred, chaos. We are taught to be better than that, because in the Holy Quran it says that Allah does not change the condition of a people until they change themselves. So you cannot blame Iblis. It's you. You have to get your act together. He's just there guarding the door to Allah. And if you pass the test of getting out of this realm, this prison that we're kind of stuck in, this open air prison known as Earth, then you'll be able to ascend to those higher realms. But you got to pass the test. Meaning, don't be a sellout. Don't sell your soul for fame and fortune. Don't sell out your family and friends to get ahead, because there's always a price to pay. You don't get away with anything in this realm or the next, this life or the next. So that's basically it. The true initiation is in the heart, and if you're able to have the purity of the heart, if you have a pure heart, then no matter what religion or philosophy you believe, as long as you're focused on unity, love, peace, and purity of your heart, mind, body, and soul, you already passed the test. That doesn't get more simpler than that. And you're not chasing after titles and cliques and accolades, because you know it's all useless. It's all about what good did you do for yourself and other. And if you have a pure heart, my brothers and sisters, pure heart with a pure soul, that destroys the designs of millions of brutes and hypocrites that will stand in your way. That's how powerful the heart is, a pure heart. So if you have that, and you love everyone sincerely, and you're always trying to do the right thing, there's no power on this earth that can defeat you. And that's what Iblis came in my dream to tell me. That you figured it out. You figured out this whole game, this human life, and you passed the test. and he admits defeat to me in that circular room, that high-rise office building, and me seeing him in the complexion that he appeared to me as, in the form of a man. So I hope you were able to get something out of this. And again, always think outside the box. There's more to this life story and what's been taught to you than it's a lot more to it. Besides what appears on the surface. So I hope you were able to get something away from this. Thank you, and much love to all of you.